Hi, it's Celeste, your canary in the coal mine. Today I wanted to talk about what's called an elimination diet. Now, if you're suffering from a lot of pain and maybe sleeplessness and chronic exhaustion and maybe brain fog, one of the things that you can try that's not easy to do, but it doesn't cost very much either, is to go on an elimination diet. Now that means to cut certain foods out of your diet for 3 to 4 weeks, 21 to 30 or so days, and see if you feel better. Chances are, if you have any of those kinds of problems, you will feel better. You'll feel more energy, you'll have less pain. I know personally, when I eat some of the offending foods that you have to cut out with an elimination diet, my joints start to hurt and I start putting on some poundage that's mostly like water weight gain and stuff, not muscle. So here's the list of foods. You need to eliminate wheat gluten, which also includes barley and rye. You need to eliminate dairy products of all varieties, including cheese. You need to eliminate sugar in all of its many forms. I have another video where I talk about the many names of sugar. You need to eliminate soy products, corn products. You need to eliminate toxins, if you can identify that the food might have toxins in it, GMOs. You need to really cut down to the basics. You need to go back to what grandma or great-grandma probably ate. You need to eat foods that come to you in their whole raw form, just as whatever that food is. In other words, don't do any packaged food, don't do anything that comes in boxes or cans or bags, because all those things have been altered and they probably aren't the right foods for an elimination diet. So elimination diet would be back to pieces of meat or chicken, salads, made from scratch, so that you know what's in there, and without a dressing on the salad that has a dairy product in it, or without crackers or bread on the side because that has gluten in it. So this is a stretch for most people to try this. But then I'm guessing you've also been on diets at times that were equally hard to be on, but you only had the expectation of being on them for a few weeks. And what I'm suggesting is do this, eliminate these top offending foods, the wheat, gluten, barley, rye, the dairy products, the sugar, the soy, the corn. Those are the biggies that many people have reactions to, that they don't even realize that the discomfort they feel in their body is actually a result of the food they're eating. We in America make very little connection between the food we're eating and how we're feeling. And really, the food that we're eating is a substantial aspect of how we're feeling. Almost more than any other factor you can change, more than exercise, more than changing, don't have toxic products in your homes. Those are all important too. But food is so fundamental. It is so important to take in food that has high nutrition, and don't take in food that has toxins in it or things your body, when I say toxins, I mean anything your body wasn't designed to recognize and use, is something that's just a burden on your body at the minimum, and maybe a lot more than just a burden. It may be actually a little bit poisonous. It's like we're taking in a little bit of poison every day. Why are we doing that? We can eliminate doing that by switching over to whole foods in their original states and just eating it that way. So that's what I wanted to tell you about today, was when you do an elimination diet for 3 weeks to a month, you eliminate all these major categories of food, and I'm almost betting that if you don't feel 100% well now, you will feel better when you eliminate these foods. And if you're like me, you'll say to yourself, wow, that really worked. For me, within 3 weeks, all my cravings were gone, so I wasn't constantly nagged by annoying stomach every few hours saying I needed to eat something. And the other big benefit I had was that my migraine headaches went away completely. After 50 years of having several a week, I didn't have any more. And to this day, if I avoid those foods and the ones that I've found out don't agree with me, I don't have to be in pain. And the other area that it shows up on me is my joints don't ache if I eliminate those foods. And as soon as I goof off and go to a buffet or go to a party or something and eat, think I'm playing the edge, then I hurt the next day or the day after. So that's what I wanted to tell you about, was try an elimination diet. See how it might benefit you, and it might give you the motivation to change your diet for the longer run, because once you're feeling better, then when you start adding back in foods, only add them in one at a time so that you can actually see what the result is. Like only add in wheat or only add back in dairy, and then wait a few days, and if nothing happens, then you can add in the next thing. But don't add them all back in at once. Don't just, quotes, go off the elimination diet and add everything back in, because then you'll never figure out what's really triggering your discomforts. So that's my tip for today. Try an elimination diet and see if that doesn't make you feel better. So I want you to get well and stay well. Thanks.